Hello and welcome to another FGTN show here, 10 p.m. Central Time on Friday nights. We're keeping the streak live. Tonight, we got a really fun show tonight. I'm excited to talk about it. Don't have a lot of different variety tonight because I think this main topic that you probably know of just by the title and the thumbnail here is Eskimo Ice Fishing Gear has announced their new 2024-2025 ice fishing season gear. We're going to talk all about it tonight. You can see I got the hat on. I had to grab one. I actually have two Eskimo ice fishing gear hats. They're different hats, but this is actually one of the big ones we're going to talk about tonight a little bit too. So I'm pretty excited about it. I love Eskimo ice fishing gear a ton. I have no affiliation with any of the ice fishing gear brands in terms of relationship with them. None of them pay me. None of them sponsor me. But I do get a lot of really cool opportunities sometimes to check out some of the new gear, have some conversations with people in the company. And if you haven't seen it yet, there's a video on the channel that went up yesterday, which was I got invited out onto the ice late last ice season to check out some of the new gear. So make sure you check that video out. It's about 20, 25-minute video after this show if you haven't seen it yet. Drop in the chat here who is tuning in. I always like to see who's tuning in. Say hi. Let me know if you've gotten excited about any of the Eskimo ice fishing gear. Drop your questions in as we go. If I don't know the answer, we will figure it out either on the show live or after the show. So nice to see you, John. Thanks for tuning in. Looks like you got a crazy good deal here just before the show started here. It looks like on a Clam X600 Ice Team for $325 brand new. It's about half price. That's a crazy good deal. That's awesome. Ty made the switch. John, for 8 months, a member of the channel. Just huge shout out. I'll just take this opportunity super fast as people are strolling in here. If you're watching on the replay, just go ahead and click down to the chapters if you want to skip this part of the intro here. But members of the channel get some behind the scenes footage. They get some live streams. They get easy access to me if they have any questions. And we do some giveaways in the members only too. So if you're interested in becoming a member of the channel, feel free to check it out. I really appreciate the support. So John, thank you for supporting the channel. What's up, Cowboy Jack? How's it going? We got Charles excited about Hub accessories. Yes, we're going to jump into it. So without going any deeper into an intro and saying hi to everybody, but please say hi to me. I like seeing them there, and I will try to reply back when I can here. But what you have up on the screen here is Eskimo's new website. So this just launched yesterday on September 5th, 2024. So you can see they've got a lot of new products here. We're going to go through them one by one. I believe there is 30, 40, something like that, new products. So we're going to go through each of them, and it's going to be fun. We're going to answer questions. We're going to see which products you guys are most interested in. I'm going to tell you which ones I'm most interested in and which ones I'm planning on probably picking up this year. There's actually quite a bit, so I'm pretty dang excited about it. All right, so if you want to check this out, I'll have links to everything down below in the description after. And as always, my links, I try to link up some of the best retailers to purchase from that have the best prices. So if you're ever interested in finding the best prices out there, click on the links that I have down in the description. And you can hopefully find a really good deal. And if I have promo codes or anything like that, that I always try to get for you guys, they'll be down in the description as well. So if we click new product tour on their website, what's going to pull up is their new product page, and they've got a lot of information here. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on the all new products drop down, and here they are. All of the new products for this year are listed here. So it does look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3 plus 4 is 22. So 22 new products we're going to talk about tonight. We got Ty made the switch to Eskimo last year with the 650 XD. I haven't looked back. Can't wait for some of these new accessories now. Absolutely. Fierce Outdoors. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Watched the video the other day. Was wishing they put lights in the hub shacks like Clam. Yeah. You know, the nice thing about the Aurora lights from Clam is you can buy the kit and you can put it in an Eskimo or an Otter or in a Clam. I've got 2 of the Aurora light kits that I purchased. I bought one of the core kits and then I bought one of the extension kits. And I'm going to figure out what I want to put it in this year. But I mean, Clam has a pretty awesome hub house out this year too. If you haven't seen it, they've got the Clam's got the X600, but it is I'm blanking on the name of it. It's the blacked out one with the stripes and stars on it, which is pretty cool. So check that out if you want to. But tonight's stream is all about Eskimo. So I'm going to try not to get too far off track, but this is not a sponsored video. But this is going to be dedicated to Eskimo. So we're going to talk about it here. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. So 2 new hub shelter shacks from Eskimo this year. We've got the Quickfish 3 HD. This is a insulated pop-up portable shelter. So this is one of them. So if you take a look at the size of this, it is comparable in size to the 3i. You're looking at 45 square feet fishable area. It is the IQ insulated quilted fabric. They say 3-person capacity. I think it's great for 2 people. If you get 3 or more, you're going to want to go up in size. Super lightweight. I was carrying this thing around on the ice last year at the end of the ice season. I was just checking it out. Super duper lightweight. Like if you want a crazy lightweight hub house that it's for you and maybe another buddy or you to do, you could even ice camp in this thing. Maybe a little small for ice camping if you have like a cot and a lot of gear, but for like day fishing, this thing's great if it's going to be a really bitter cold day out because it's insulated and it's super light still. So this thing's pretty awesome. You got some dimensions here as well. So what they're talking about here is it has the full door on it. So if you remember the 3i that they previously had, this has a few upgrades to it. Number 1, of course, the full door is a massive upgrade on it. Number 1. Number 2, one thing that nobody really talks about, which is actually on the back of it, is this back triangle door. And I don't know if there's a better way to show this. I don't think they have it in any of their photos here, but I talked about it in the video that I shot the end of last season, is this back triangle door. I don't know if they call it a triangle door, a D door, or whatever they call it, but the height of the opening is actually bigger in this than in the old 3i series of the Quickfish, because those would actually curve in. So you're actually going to get a little bit more height, less tripping hazard in head height going in and out of that back. So that's pretty nice. You've got, of course, the bright gray interior. So like during the daytime, honestly, with the 4 little windows that are in it, you have those things opened up. You don't need a light during the day. And I would even argue I do filming in it. And typically when you're filming, you want extra light. You don't even need that. And especially if you have one of the doors cracked, it's pretty awesome. One of the things that I really like about the way that Eskimo has their no trip doors is just that. It is no trip. There is no fabric across the bottom. The Clam, as an example, one of the competitors, of course, of Eskimo, has the max entry door system. Still great, but they do have the skirt that goes across the bottom. Now that does keep it tighter in the Clam. However, on the Eskimo, I really love the fact that there is no skirt down there, nothing at all to trip over. It makes it really easy to move in and out. You can stake this down right outside on the flaps. And then, of course, you've got your support poles that you can see here in the photo. So your door is not going to go flying open on you or spread. And plus, if you're worried about wind, if you have it zipped shut, it's going to keep the fabric really tight on it. So you don't really need to worry about that. And if you want to have it really insulated during the nighttime, because you're maybe ice camping in one of these guys, because we're going to talk about the 6 HD in a second, you can just leave this door shut. You can bank it in from the outside and then just go in that triangle door in the back for night. That way you can have it super well insulated if you want to as well. But yeah, so the nice thing about this is it's upgraded quilting and insulation, and then all the upgrades that they have in terms of the interior, the gray, the full no trip door. This thing's pretty awesome. I've got a lot of hub houses, but I've thought about maybe getting one of these just as a super lightweight option for this season. Yes, Fierce. That's the Folds of Honor. John, Folds of Honor. Yes, that is what I was talking about. So appreciate you guys hopping in there. Cowboy Jack says his FLX 30 arrived today. Great deal. Fits right into an old FL8 case and shuttle I had. Thanks for the heads up. Absolutely. Hopefully you got the what was it, $250 for the head unit in the transducer. That's a killer steal of a deal. Russ, happy Friday. Happy Friday to all of you. What's up, Blaine? Another member of the channel. Just on time, Daniel. Just on time. Yes. We've got Rye saying it's the Clam Ice Ops Folds of Honor Ice Tints. Yes. Thank you for bringing it up. They only have the one, though. They only have the X600 size. And then they have is it called the Ranger? I believe the Ranger thermal flip over. So they've got that one too. So they have one flip over this year and then one new hub from Clam. But yeah, in terms of Eskimo, they've got the 3HD and the 6HD. So the 6HD is your double hub size. It's still skinny, right? It's not extra wide, but it is extra long. So what they advertise in this one right here is a 6-person capacity. I think 6 people would be really tight with this. I would probably say 5 is all you're going to want to do. But definitely once you get to 3, this is going to be a really good one. Up to probably 5 is what I would say. But of course, I mean, you could fit 20 people in here if you really wanted to. You probably wouldn't have space to do anything else. But 71 square foot fishable area, IQ insulated fabric, and it's only 62 pounds. Remember the 3HD we just looked at, I believe was 41 pounds. So this is only adding 21 pounds, and you're almost doubling the fishable area, which is great. Of course, this is going to be a little bit more challenging to put up by yourself, but definitely completely still doable. If you're going solo fishing, I probably would not recommend the 6HD. I would go with the 3HD. And you're still getting all of those benefits out of this new HD line with the no trip door that zips completely open from the ice level. And as the Quickfish suggests, it's pop-up hub walls in roof allow for setup in less than 60 seconds. Packs down small. And I put one of these in the bag last year at the end of the season too, and it worked out really dang well. The bag wasn't too tight on it. I think they made the bags a little bit bigger on them. So I thought that worked really well. They have the self-tapping ice anchors included. Of course, the grommets in the skirt, mesh storage pockets on the inside, and then removable window panels, which is huge. I know some of the brands have windows that are sewn in. I think was that Otter is the brand that typically does that. Clam might actually as well in some of theirs. But these ones are the removable window panels, which are just Velcroed on, which is nice for extra ventilation, being able to pass things in and out. And on those really nice days, just keep them open, kind of get the comfort of being inside while still having some nice breeze coming through. So pretty dang great. All right. Outside of the 2 new hub houses, crazy how much lighter they are than the Outbreaks. Yes. And the primary reason is that insulation, right? Well, and the size. The Outbreaks are bigger as well. But yes, that is really important. Sean and Cora South are saying, I seem to be spending my money on good bibs and boots so I can spend less time in the hubs unless I take my family out. Do the bags still open from one end or a full length zipper? These bags are open from one end for the Quickfish series. For sure. They are still open from one end. Check out the video that I posted yesterday, and you can actually see the bag. In fact, I think the thumbnail image is of me holding the bag right in front of me, and you can see it's got the strap on the top that kind of cinches down. It is the open on the one end, but it does slide in relatively easily. It's not super tight, which is kind of nice. And I hear what you're saying about being able to be portable and being able to be warm with boots and the suits. So great call out there. All right, next up. I think this is the biggest product that Eskimo has launched this year, and that is the Pistol Bit. This is the Pistol Bit 2.0. So a few things that I want to call out here that are new about this. If you've used the Pistol Bit before, I had not up until before last year when I was trying out the comparison between the 2.0 and the 1.0, I'm going to call it, or the OG Pistol Bit. That Pistol Bit rips, right? Well, the Pistol Bit 2.0 rips even faster. So number one, you do get a quicker cut, but number two, it's also they have the turbo cutting blades on this, And so what that's going to allow you to do is have a sharper cutting edge, and the geometry of the blades and of the head are actually going to put less burden on your drill. So if you think about the amount of torque, like if you've ever used a K drill before, you know that thing will rip your wrist off if you catch something and you're not expecting it, especially if you're not using that side handle. These are intended to put less stress on that chuck of your drill. You should definitely still use the handle for safety reasons and stability reasons and getting that straight hole. But this is going to be easier on your drill, and it's going to cut faster as well. It is roughly the same weight as the 1.0. It's the same height. But what is different is this one comes in an 8-inch and a 10-inch, whereas the pistol bit 1.0 came in a 6 and an 8. And that was because the geometry of the head plus the blades that they had on the 1.0, it would be too much for a 10-inch to go onto a drill. Well, now, because of the upgraded design, kind of taking a lot of the learnings that they have from the Ion brand, a lot of learnings that they had from the E40 when they designed that, they've been now able to make the first purpose-built drill auger that's a 10-inch. So I'm pretty excited about that. I am planning on picking up the 8-inch this year. I don't know if I'll pick up the 10-inch because when I do the 10-inch, I'll probably just throw it on my Alpha that I've got. I've got an Alpha Plus, and I'm going to probably pick up the 10-inch composite on that since I have the 8-inch right now. And I think this is going to be my running gun setup. If you didn't see the video that I dropped yesterday, I know I keep referring back to it, but I weighed the E40, and then I weighed this 8-inch pistol bit 2.0 with a Milwaukee 2904 drill with a 5 amp hour battery on it. And it was like 7 or 8 pounds lighter to be able to use this. Granted, you're going to get more runtime, more holes out of the E40, and a little bit more of reliability because that's purpose built head just for an auger. But those are kind of the biggest things that you're going to want to look at here. Is in comparison to the pistol bit 1.0, it's gonna cut faster, and it's gonna be easier on your drill. So if you have a drill that typically struggles a little bit with it, just getting this 2.0 may actually give you more of a benefit with that drill. One of the other things that's different this year too, that I'll open up here and kind of show you in the image here, is that you see the top of it here. It's already designed for their quick connect fitting. So what that means is this can actually slide into their quick connect coupler, but it can also just be, you can use a drill and put it in the chuck of your drill. So you don't need a special adapter for it. But if you did want to get any of their quick connect fittings, you do have the ability to do that. We'll just kind of flip through and see some of the photos that they have here of them. Definitely a more aggressive blade pattern on it, which is absolutely fantastic. Super lightweight. Like, I couldn't believe how lightweight this thing is. I used to use the Striker Light Flight is what it was called on a drill. And then before that, I had used the K drill as well. And this is definitely my favorite out of the three of them, for sure. And there's a little bit more of a close up of that quick connect fitting. And then you've got the typical, hard plastic bottom with the kind of stretchy elastic band on there. So some people swap these with rubber. Some people like these ones. I prefer this style because the rubber sometimes gets cut and breaks. These typically last a good couple of years until they get really stretched out, but obviously you can replace them pretty easy. And then they've got, they show you here what the blade compatibility is, and then which augers it works with. One other thing that's interesting to know is that this pistol bit 2.0 will actually go on to the E40 power head if you wanted to. It's not going to work exactly the same as the flights that are intended for the E40, but you can hook it up to it if you were really wanting to. And so you can see here, it's less than 4 pounds, pairs with a cordless drill. It's the turbo blades, the high-speed cutting system. It does have the centering ice point. This is critical. If you just are looking for a cheap auger out there, I don't care what brand you go with. I don't care what you get. I mean, I'd probably recommend this because we're talking about it and it's awesome and I tried it out. But this thing right here is to me, one of the most critical parts is in the center here. It's the centering point. This is super critical because when you put the auger down on the ice, I don't care if you're using an auger head or you're using a drill, this is critical so it does so your auger doesn't go kind of like twisting around on the ice. It points it in kind of like a drill bit, and it makes sure it goes straight down and it's not going to move around on you. It's not going to hit your boot. It's not going to go squirrel into the right or to the left until it can start making a hole. This keeps it in place. Eskimo's not the only brand that does this, but some of the older augers that are out there that you'll find like on Marketplace or you'll find at garage sales, you may be like, oh my gosh, this thing's awesome. I wouldn't recommend those because they are a little bit more dangerous and you're going to have a heck of a time without it. It's just a nice feature to have. And so many of them come with it. Make sure that you look at it. They have a safety recovery plate, includes polymer top plate that is wider than the diameter. Oh, I never knew that's what they called it. So it's basically this plastic thing on the top. So this plastic top is bigger than the auger flight. So that way, if it drops off the chuck of your drill, it can't fall down the hole because that's going to be bigger than the hole that it drilled, which is absolutely awesome. This to me is the best design. It's better than the foam float, and it's better than having like a bar out the side or anything like that. So I'm really pleased with the way that they did that. And it does come with a 3-year warranty. You can see the 8-inch is rocking at $229.99. And if we go back, we can see the 10-inch is $249.99. So if you're the type of person that has a permanent ice shack, if you like to do ice camping, if you are up on the Great Lakes and you wanted to use your drill for an auger, but you wanted 10-inch holes, this is the guy that you're going to want to get, is that 10-inch. And it's not too much more expensive. It's only $20 more. All right. Next, Russ is saying he's so ready for the hard water season. Yes, Russ, I am too. This week's been a little bit cooler. Well, the last couple of days have been a little bit cooler here where I am in Minnesota, and it's been fantastic. But then I saw it's going to be like 82 or something on Sunday, and next week's going to be in the 80s. So I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for some ice for sure. Is the center point replaceable like the blades? Yes, sir, it is. You can definitely replace the center point, 100%. Men's Superior jacket. So this is new this year. So they have the upgraded Superior suit. So they have the jacket and the bibs that are new. So we'll open up the jacket first here. The biggest thing that I would say is they redesigned it a little bit in terms of where pockets are and those types of things. But the biggest thing that I would talk about here is the DuraDry stretch fabric. It's lightweight, tough, durable, mechanical stretch fabric, allowing for maximum flexibility and comfort. The way that I would liken this is, I wonder if they've got actually a pretty good picture somewhere that shows this. I don't think they do. This inner liner is fantastic. I wear it just as a jacket by itself. I love this thing. One of my favorite pieces of Eskimo gear that I currently own. But here, I'll explain it to you. You can kind of see just based off of the look of the fabric here. So it is like a waterproof, water repellent type material, but like it has kind of like my shirt. Like if you look at my shirt, I can stretch it a little bit. That's what this material does as well. So you can imagine if you've got a big hoodie on underneath, if you're bending over, you know how sometimes when you bend over, if you pull your arms together, it kind of stretches across your back shoulder blades, the crotch of your bibs. If you kneel down and have one leg up, one leg down, how it gets tight in the fabric, in that inseam area, it has a mechanical stretch, which is awesome. It's not just like this hard, rigid, it's taut, it's not, it's taut, it's not, and it's either like loose and wrinkly or it's taut. This stays really nice, and that helps it be a little bit more form-fitting, and it's not as bulky and loose, and you're going to catch it on things. That's the biggest thing that I like about it. It does have that removable liner jacket, which I highly recommend. That liner jacket is freaking awesome. Like I said, I wear this thing just as a jacket, just to toss on when I'm hopping in and out of the truck, when I'm like going to the grocery store, just running around town, bringing the kid to daycare, that type of thing. This thing is awesome. It's super comfortable and super soft inside as well. It's got like a microfiber fleece on the inside type of thing. Pretty awesome. It's 15K waterproof, breathable rating. So that's the outer shell that we were just talking about there, which is good to know. And it's got an adjustable packable hood that you can, of course, pack up, that you can kind of see how it's out of the way here. It's got several functional pockets for warming hands and storing gear. And it's got YKK zippers and taped seams, which is pretty great. So this is the jacket. And then the bibs this year, the men's superior bibs, they upgraded for this year as well. And so again, that stretch fabric is the primary thing that we're talking about here. But then they do have a removable liner that is 80 grams of the 3M Thinsulate that we can see right here. So it's got that removable liner that if you didn't want it in there and it's not super cold out, you can always pull that liner out, which is great. You've got the foam pads for the knees, which are great. You can remove them, you can add to them. There's some adjustability there as well. And they do have size charts for these things, which is pretty awesome. Yes. So that's the new upgraded suit that they've got. Now let's talk about the shelter accessories. I saw a few of you already in the chat just chiming in and saying, I'm really excited about the shelter accessories. Well, here is one of the big ones. In talking to the guys at Eskimo, they said they think this is going to be the most popular product that's being released in terms of the eHub accessories, and that is the new shelter light. So this is the light. It is a circle light. It comes with a dimmer switch, and it comes with either a USB jack or a black and red positive and negative for your 12-volt battery. So a couple different lengths of cables in order to, no matter how long you need it to go, you're going to be able to hook that up, and then some Velcro for attaching and hanging from. It's also got of course, the eHub part of it, which you can mount to pretty much anything via screws, via Velcro, via a lot of different options that you have. Or if you already have some of the eHub system, you can go ahead and use one of the hubs that you already have. So this is pretty great. It's supposedly incredibly bright. So a lot of times what they were saying is in a smaller hub house, probably like that 3HD, most of the time they actually had to turn it down. I did not get to see this in person last year. It was still being manufactured. But from what I've seen, it looks pretty awesome. And it's all LEDs inside of it too. So it's low amp draw as well, which is great. Like, look how bright that is. Pretty awesome. And the thing that I like is it looks like it's a daylight coolness level for the light rather than it being a warm yellowish light. It looks like it's a cool white light, which is exactly what I like in an ice fishing house. Is I like that white daylight light. I don't know if they say that in here anywhere, but that's one of the things that I like. In terms of the multiple cord lengths, it looks like it includes the 4-foot cord, a 5-foot cord, and another 4-foot cord with the dimmer. So the idea here is I would always hook up the 4-foot with the dimmer, so that way that's on there. But if you need an additional 4 or 5 feet, hook up one of those. If you need even more, hook all 3 of them together. And then, of course, power it however you want, either via that USB type A or the 12-volt power connection. Light looks awesome. Yes, it does. Charles is saying, completely not related to your video. My 5-year-old Alex would love if you said hi to him. Hi, 5-year-old Alex. Great name you got. Thanks for tuning in and watching the show. Really appreciate it. Not a bad price for a good light. Yes, $59.99 is what this guy's rocking. I'm going to pick one up this year, and if I like it, I may pick more up. I'm the kind of guy, though, that likes to get a deal, and so I'll probably wait for one of the ice shows. One of the really cool things about living here in Minnesota, which I know a lot of you don't live in Minnesota and aren't as spoiled as we are here in terms of all the ice fishing shows. Like, I think I normally go to like 7 or 8 ice fishing shows every year. Granted, I've got a reason to, because I look at some of the new products. I put videos out as well. But typically, if there's anything that I want, I can usually find a deal on it at one of the shows. The earliest show that we've got this year is October 26th, I want to say, is the first ice show. And so that is just about a month and a half away from now. And so I will plan on picking at least one of these up, maybe more if there's a really good deal on it. And of course, as these show deals are happening, if there's online sales, I'll be sure to let all of you know. So stay tuned to the channel and all my social media channels if you want to try to save on the gear this year. But I will say this, the hottest eHub accessory that they had last year was actually this guy, table. The eHub table last year was the hottest eHub accessory that they sold last year. It sold out so fast that even some people on the Eskimo Pro staff couldn't even get it. So the one thing that I would say is with that light, if you have the eye on the light, they're saying this is going to be their hottest selling accessory this year. Maybe don't wait too long. If December rolls around and you don't have it yet, you might want to just get it the next time that you see it. So that way you don't, get stuck without one. I don't know how many they have. I don't know how many retailers will have, but it's definitely, it's on the market now. You can actually buy it right now, I believe, on Amazon. So if you wanted to get it, you could. eHub dead stick holder. So this is another one of their new accessories, which I think is pretty cool. Of course, it works with the eHub system. What's great about it is there's a few different ways that it can work. You can either have it sticking out, so it could be mounted to a bucket. You could mount it to the hub. You could mount it to the side of an ice fishing house, the sled of your ice fishing sled. And what's great is you can just drop the handle down in there, and it's going to fit really nicely with it. The other thing that you can do is you can put it, tilt it further down, and it's got the notches in here. So that way the real handle will actually fall into one of those pockets, right? If you obviously have it tilted up, gravity is going to hold it in. But if you have it down in a dead stick type position, it's actually going to hold it in there. So that way it can't just pull straight out, which is pretty awesome. That's one of the things that I'm excited about. I'll probably pick at least one of these up to try it out with the eHub system this year, which is pretty great. And then they do have, they didn't have it shown here. Well, I guess they do. They do have it sideways here in the photo. So it can be straight and it can tilt, or it can go sideways on its side. So there's two different ways that it can be worked. In addition to, it looks like it has 5 different usage angles in terms of the angles that you have, all part of the eHub system. So that's pretty great. $24.99 is the MSRP on that guy. And I just clicked on shelters and I did not want to. Eskimo's new Superior jacket has a high waterproof breathable rating than the Striker Apex jacket, rated at 10K and 5K. Rye Outdoors, I did not know that. I have the Apex jacket, and you're saying it's rated at 10K and 5K, and the new suit here from Eskimo is 15K, 15K. So that is good to know. I'll have to look into that. Thank you for sharing. I'll look closer into that and maybe start bringing that up more. Blaine's saying I'll have to start saving my pennies up. Yeah, absolutely. Jim Seagraves in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we just covered the dead stick holder. Now let's go to the next one of the accessories. We've got the eHub cup holder. Pretty self-explanatory. We probably don't need to dig super deep into this, but what you're going to get here is a cup holder with the eHub accessory mounting bracket. It looks like you can put, this looks like, one of the Yetis that can fit in there in terms of the space. It includes 2 different mounting adapters, perpendicular option for flat and an angled option. So you'll see here, you got the flat option. So this is if you're going to be putting on something that's straight vertical. If you have something that's angled, as an example, a hub house, the walls are angled. If you did not know, you would not want to use the flat one in a hub house. You would want to use the angled adapter because your hub house wall is going to be like this. If you put the flat one on, your cup holder is going to be in an angle. Whereas if you put the angled adapter on the back, it will actually sit flat. So your cup, your drink, whatever you have in there will actually sit level to the ground. So FYI, some products come with that. The eHub table also comes with that because it's another product that it's important that it stays level so things don't fall off of the table. And this guy is looking at $14.99 right now. Take a drink here while we pull up the eHub flip shelter base. And I think this is pretty cool. All right. eHub flip shelter base. So one of the things that people had been asking for a while, right? Because you've got these hub mounting accessories, right? So you've got these brackets that screw into or mount to the hubs and hub houses, screw into walls, those types of things on the vertical things. Well, one of the things people were asking for was, how can I use these accessories in my flip over shacks, right? And Eskimo said, we got a solution for you. And so they're introducing, it's a 2-pack for $14.99. So I love their pricing, by the way. Like there's other brands out there that something like this, they would probably have listed for 30 or 40 bucks. Like I love that Eskimo. Now, granted, these probably only cost like $2 to make, right? But still, the premise is that it's fairly affordable. You get a 2-pack for 15 bucks. Like that's awesome. So the way that these work is just as you'd imagine. You put the Velcro around the bar, and then you now have a sturdy mounting point for any of the eHub accessories, which is pretty awesome. You can put them not only on the poles inside of your flip over shelter, but you can also put them on. I don't know if they have. Oh, this is just a generic video. The other place that I saw um, it put is on the tow bar. So just as an example, you know how if you have a flip over sled and then you have the tow bracket for it, it fits on that bar as well. Of course, you can imagine a lot of different things that you can strap this around. The hard plastic on here is molded in a way to work best around the flip over style shelters from Eskimo, but you can kind of play around with it and probably use it on a large variety of different things. So that's that guy right there for $14.99. So will these accessories work with any hub like an Otter? They will, yes. So the actual the hub ones will. You can either attach them with zip ties, with screws, with Velcro, with whatever backing that you want, or like that screw in the middle. Like the Otter hubs, they all have that screw right in the middle, so you can go ahead and mount them to those as well if you want to. Of course, Eskimo is going to advertise them with Eskimo products, right? Because they want you to buy their products, but they will um, the flat ones. Talking about these accessories and these brackets, the thing that I want to bring up here is the eHub bucket base. So we were just talking about how they have the flat one, they have the angled one, and then they now have the one that goes around the pole. Well, you'll see here these ones have a slight curve to them. That curve is the perfect curve to fit the curve of a 5-6 gallon bucket that you may have. And what they said is you don't put screws in it. All you do is you drill the hole that's inside of it, right? Because these have holes in it. Put it on the bucket, drill a hole through there, drill a hole next to it, put a zip tie on there, and that thing is snug. It will not move. It's not moving around. It is super tight. So if you are the type of fisherman that likes to fish outside with a 5-gallon bucket, 6-gallon bucket, these bucket bases may be just right for you. And again, at a really good price here, only $9.99. So that way you can use all your eHub accessories, rattle reel, the dead stick holder would be great for this. A cup holder would be great here. You can use all of them right there. You could use the camera mount, this 1/4 20 mount right here with the snake arm on it. That's a 1/4 20 screw on there. So like if you had like a GoPro, if you had an Aqua View or a Markham, anything like that, you can actually just screw them right on to that. That's the right size thread. So you can actually mount your camera right there. You like your underwater camera if you wanted to, and be able to have that up off the ice too. So they got some really cool accessories here. Your phone, you could put the table there. I mean, there's a lot. You can do anything, right? So yes, that is the eHub bucket base if you are interested in that this year. Next up, I think that's all of the eHub accessories that are new this year, but check out their full line. I'll have it linked down below. Otherwise, you can find it on geteskimo.com. Otherwise, I think you can also get to their website by going to eskimoicefishinggear.com as well, I believe. Um, Hole hopper gloves. These were another item. They did a live stream last night with a couple of the guys there at Eskimo, and this was one of the things that got a lot of attention as well. And that's these gloves, the hole hopper gloves. It's a durable pair of gloves that do exactly what they're supposed to. They're warm, comfortable, and low in bulk. I have not tried these on my hands yet, but I definitely will. I have so many gloves, it would be ridiculous for me to buy another pair, but this is a set that I have my eye on. I'm always looking for a lightweight pair that actually does a really nice job keeping my hands warm. Of course, they're not going to be the warmest gloves in the world because they're designed to be kind of that middle weight or lighter weight. But the one thing that I do like about it is it does have the 5K waterproof breathable glove insert inside of it as well. So the idea here is that you should be able to dip it in the snow, pull some of the slush out of the water. And from my understanding, your hand shouldn't get wet. The outside of the glove will get wet, but not the inside of it. So that's one thing that I'm really interested and excited about. I like the Velcro closure on it, and it does look pretty slim. So those days when it's not super cold out, you want some of that dexterity in your hand, these could be the right glove for you. I know I'm going to try them on. I always try gloves on wherever I am, whether it's a store, a show, or something like that. Always try them on and make sure that you feel good with the dexterity of your fingers in it. I think is really important. So try them out next time that you see them. And they've got 150 grams of 3M Thinsulate on the back and 100 on the palm, giving you the dexterity and the warmth. So that is the hole hopper gloves. Next, kind of staying in line with gloves, they've got two more here. They've got the hole hopper mitts. So just like the gloves, except so even the same level of Thinsulate insulation, 150 on the back, 100 grams on the palm, except you've got your mitt versus your glove. You don't get the dexterity, but your fingers will stay warmer because they have the heat of each other right next to each other, in case you're looking at picking those up. Again, prices on these are fairly reasonable too, $39.99 for each of those. Fingerless wool gloves. There's quite a few people that had said that they are interested in picking these up. I've got a few pairs of wool gloves. I'm not a big wool glove fisherman kind of guy, but these are 85% wool, 15% acrylic blend knit. If you're the type of person that likes the wool gloves, need another pair, or interested in trying them out, these are only $14.99. Might be worth a shot trying them on and seeing if you like them. I have bad circulation in my hands from several years ago. I think I got frostbit on my hands a couple too many times, and now the circulation isn't as good as it should be. And so my fingertips get really frozen cold, probably too fast now. So I actually have to have a little bit better protection on my hands. So this doesn't work unless it's quite a bit warmer out. But yeah, for me personally, right? But I know there's a lot of guys that go out there and fish with just bare hands a lot of the times too, even outside. And so this could just be that extra level of warmth. That's all that is needed. The reason why wool, you may ask, that doesn't seem as comfortable as maybe like a cotton or a fleece or something like that. The reason for wool is because it is still made to be warm, even when it's wet. In wool, typically will dry out fairly fast as well. And it's not going to be like that cold fabric on your hand. It typically still retains heat decently well, is what you're looking at there. All right, so we got through the gloves. Now, here's a couple of bags that they have. So they have the electric auger carry bag, and then they have the battery bag. So we're going to go look at each of these. So this is $85 for the electric auger carry bag. It is exactly what it says here. You can throw your auger in there, and then there's a bigger spot here for the power head. Throw it over your shoulder with the shoulder strap. It's got the full length zipper, so it's not like their hub shelter bag for the Quickfish where you got to slide it in the top. It is the full length, which I really like, and you can kind of zip it up. You can see the reinforcement on the inside of it to really protect it. The pocket on the outside for any of your quick connect attachments or anything like that, in a nice zipper. This is saying that it's got 600 denier polyester fabric, and then they are the YKK zippers. It's sized and fits specifically to hold the Eskimo E40 electric augers. but I'm sure if you have a different type of auger, you could probably try to get it in there as well. One other cool thing that I see right here, just kind of looking at this, is it does have a slot here for your extension right on the bag itself. So you can throw an ice extension on there too, which is great. And it looks like right now they've got a couple different lengths of those extensions. So that is the auger carry bag. All right. Battery bag. Again, self-explanatory. If you want to keep your batteries warm, say you don't have a heated hub house or a flip over shack or a truck to keep them in, you're going to be hopping around outside quite a bit. It does help the battery life a ton by keeping them relatively warm. In the way that this bag is made, is that you can actually fit two 40-volt Eskimo, two 40-volt Eskimo auger batteries in here, one on each side. And then it actually has 4 interior mesh pockets that you could, if you wanted to, put hand warmers in. Put them in there for you to use for your hands, or put them in there already activated to help keep just a little bit of heat going in that bag too. It is an insulated bag, but this guy is $34.99. All right. E40 battery charger. So they now are selling the standard inbox charger separately. $59.99. It provides a full charge to the E40 4-amp hour battery in 2 hours approximately. It is a 2-amp charger. So 4-amp, 2 times 2 is 4. That kind of gets you there. Smart charging, it'll automatically turn off when the battery is fully charged. So if you want an extra charger, here you go. You can now buy it for $59.99. All right, we're getting down there on the list. We're getting down there. We're getting to the good stuff in terms of apparel. So the Night Bite hoodie and the retro buffalo plaid hoodie. This Night Bite hoodie looks pretty awesome. We're not going to spend a ton of time on the apparel here. I like the logos. They always do a really nice job with their hoodies. Like they're not heavy, but like they're well made. Like they're really good quality. So if you're looking for a new hoodie, feel free to go check out either that hoodie or the buffalo plaid hoodie if that's more of your style. $59.99 for each of them. They've got the charcoal knit hat. This is your common knit hat that we're looking at here with that nice Eskimo logo on it. And it looks like it's got that kind of like gray, white, color style to it. That kind of charcoal type of style to it, which looks pretty nice. If you're a knit hat person and need to replace one, or you really want one with that Eskimo logo on it, you can go ahead and do it. In my favorite Eskimo baseball cap that they make is called now the Primetime cap. This actually came out last year. That's when I got this guy right here. This is this hat. I love this. So the logo on it is rubber, which is great. And then it's your typical Richardson 115 classic trucker style adjustable snapback cap. This is awesome. It's called the Primetime cap because, yep, that's right. Primetime himself, Clayton Schick. This is the hat he wore like all year last year. He had one of these, and I think he wore it in more videos than he didn't. So Clayton Schick works with Eskimo, and so they named it after him. It looks like, which is pretty awesome. I'm a huge Clayton Schick fan, so I think that is wonderful. And then they've got the 1960 trucker style cap as well. So this is your buffalo plaid. You've got the embroidered logo for Eskimo ice fishing on it. You've got the black here, and it is still the Richardson 115 classic trucker style adjustable snapback hat. You can see this from another angle. This looks pretty sweet. Yeah. Sometimes what they do at some of the ice shows I've noticed too is, yes, they maybe will put product on sale, like some of their hub houses, flip overs, augers, that type of thing. But then at other times, what they do is they don't discount the product, meaning the hub house or the flip over. And what they'll do is they'll say you actually get a hat and a hoodie with it, right? So I think that's kind of cool. So look out for some of those deals if you're looking for one of these and you're also thinking about getting one of their houses. Some of the ice shows, I don't know if they're going to have those types of deals this year, but it is something to look out for. So what questions do you all have on the Eskimo gear? This is the primary thing I wanted to go through tonight, but wait, don't leave yet. If you're part of the live here, I got something really exciting for you. We are going to be doing a giveaway tonight. That is right. We'll be doing a giveaway here in just a second, but feel free to drop in the comments. What is the most exciting thing from the Eskimo gear that you're excited about this year? For me, it is going to be the pistol bit, the 8-inch I'm most excited about. I'm also looking to pick up that E-Hub Shelter Light kit. And then I'm looking at getting them hole hopper gloves. Like those are I would say the 3 biggest things from this assortment that I'm like 99% sure I'm going to be picking up this year. And then we'll see what else I pick up. I might pick up some of these shelter bases. I might pick up one of the dead sticks as well. I might pick up another one of their E-Hub tables, honestly, from last year, because I had one and I absolutely love that thing. And there's just so many places that you can use those. So let me know. The bucket hub attachments for my hole hopping. Okay, great. Yeah. See, I don't really use the 5-gallon buckets too much, but yeah, those are awesome if you do that. I almost missed the stream. Oh no, Michael Gates. Thanks for tuning in, man. Really appreciate it. Hub Shelter Light is awesome. Hole hopping gloves, getting the light and the hub accessories. The light and the dead stick, Blaine is saying. Russ, gimme. You want all of it, Russ. I love it. All right. Well, I'm not going to, I don't want to waste all you guys' time. So we're going to do we're actually going to do more than one giveaway here. So grab a couple things here. Have you guys seen this stuff before? I'm going to go full screen here and kind of show you. Tell me you've seen Catch and Cook before. Yeah. Yeah. This is my favorite fish batter. Honestly, it's fish and game coating. I'll pull up their website here. This is not sponsored by them by any means, but I do want to show this because this is one of the things we're giving away tonight. So they've got Catch and Cook. You can get it catchandcook.net if you're interested. They got a lot of different flavors. What I've got here though is the Catch and Cook original. This is the crunchy. And then the other thing that we're giving away tonight is the Catch and Cook the knife. So if you haven't seen these yet, it kind of opens up really nicely here. And you've got the knife. It is the wooden knife. Same thing that you're going to see on their website. I don't want to open this up because this will be somebody's. And you can see right here in the middle of the page, the fillet knife. It is supposed to be, it's a $45. Look at this, a $45 knife right here in my hands. $45 knife. We're going to be doing a couple giveaways. Who's excited about this? Who's ready for this? Okay. So this is what we're going to do. I've got a lot to give away. So the way that I got this stuff, I didn't buy this stuff. I was fortunate enough. Jay Siemens actually reached out and he's like, hey man, I'm going to hook you up with some Catch and Cook and some knives. Keep it, use it all, share it, do whatever the heck you want with it. I love Catch and Cook. I've got a lot of Catch and Cook already because I buy it when I see it on sale places. And I like trying all the others. This is my favorite one. This is the crunchy one, the original. So good news if you haven't tried it yet, you're going to be trying my favorite one. I have not used their knife yet. So pretty exciting. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start by, and my light just went red again. I don't know why it does that every once in a while. I got to get that light fixed. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start. All you have to do, anybody can be entered. All you have to do is hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. Help us out a little bit there. But all you're going to need to do is in a second here, I'm going to put a word up on the screen. All you have to do is enter it into the chat and you'll automatically be entered in. And it is okay. You can be on Facebook or you can be on YouTube. You will still be entered because I know we're streaming on both right now. The first giveaway we're going to do is going to be for 2 bags of the Catch and Cook original crunchy. So it's 2 bags of this. The way that it will work is I'll put a word up. You'll enter it into the chat. Whoever's name comes up to win, it's your responsibility to reach out to me. You can either email me. My link is in the description or on my YouTube channel. You can message me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, kind of anywhere. There's a lot of ways to get a hold of me and let me know that you won. And I'll just need your address and I'll get these shipped out to you. So this is the first giveaway. We're going to do a few of them because I got quite a bit here to give out. And we'll be doing more giveaways even after tonight as well. So Let me pull up the tool we're going to use to do the giveaway. And see, what's awesome is this is rewarding all of you that decided to stick around for the stream all the way till the end. I don't put in, we're doing a giveaway tonight on the thumbnail or the title because I don't want people coming in just to win the giveaway. I want the people that are watching it to win. Okay, we're going to say FGTN show. Exclude winners. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to share the screen, share this tab. All right, this is all you have to do. Go into the chat right now. I'll give it a little bit of time so you can all get it in there. Type in hashtag FGTN, Fishing Gear and Tech News, the name of this show, all one word, FGTN show. You can use it. It can be all lowercase, uppercase, mix it up. You can do it the way that I have it, but it has to be hashtag FGTN show. Enter it in and you'll be entered for all of the drawings. I'm not going to change it up on you. We'll do multiple drawings here, so multiple people will win. The first drawing that we will do, though, will be for 2 bags that I'll ship to you, which I think, according to their website, you know what? You know what I'm going to do for you guys? Share this tab. You know what I'm going to do for you? Because they don't sell 2 bags by themselves. They do them in 3-packs. So we're going to do a couple 3-packs. So you're actually going to get 3. All right. So there's going to be 3 bags included. So you're getting $35.99 in value that I'll ship to you. I'll cover the shipping costs. I'll pay that to get it to you guys. So you don't have to pay anything. So don't worry about that. All right. How many people do we got entered here? Remember, Facebook or YouTube, if you want a chance to win it, just type in hashtag FGTN show in the chat and you'll get entered in. We got 13 entries right now. And I'm going to go ahead and do the first drawing. This is for the three bags right now. Let's go ahead and see who the winner is going to be. This is always so exciting. I need like a drum roll sound effect. I got an air horn. Russ is the winner. We got the air horn going, I think. I don't know if it actually worked. Maybe it did. Let me know. Did you guys hear an air horn? So Russ W., reach out to me, email, message on one of the social media platforms. Let me know, hey, I'm Russ W. I won the 3 bags of the Catch and Cook. And I will make sure, I'll need your address, of course, and I'll get these shipped out to you. If you send it to me and by, early tomorrow morning, it'll be shipped out tomorrow. Otherwise, it'll be probably early next week when I get it sent out for you. Oh, yeah, you heard the air horn. Hopefully it wasn't too loud. See, I don't hear it on my end. I don't have headphones on. Okay, we are going to do can I just go back? Hopefully this didn't screw it up. Oh, no. All right. If you already entered it, you got to enter it again. Hashtag FGTN show. Oh, okay, good. It kept everybody that was in there. So great. You don't need to do it again if you've already done it. So that was one. We're going to do another 3-bag giveaway here. So if you want to win, we'll do another 3 bags that I'll ship out to someone. Like I said, thanks, Jay Siemens. Next time you see him, let him know. It's awesome to hook us up. If there's any other brands or companies that see this that want to do some giveaways, get some airtime here. I, of course, am going to use some of this stuff as well out on the ice. And even this time of year, right? You do fish fries and stuff, open water as well. All right, so we're going to do another drawing for another 3 bags here. And we're just going to do, you can only win once per night is what we're going to do here. So I don't know if it'll pick the same person twice, but Jason ERP, you are the winner of 3 bags. Go ahead, shoot me a message, and we will we'll get those out to you. Hopefully this is exciting for you guys. Okay, we're gonna do this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this a little bit more spicy. We're going to do one more drawing tonight. It is going to be 3 bags plus a knife. That's what we're going to do. 3 bags plus a knife. And so if we, again, just type into the chat, if you've already entered it, I know there's already 15 people that have entered it. Hashtag FGTN show, just like John put in the chat now. The knife itself is a $45 value, $35.99 just for the 3 bags. So what does that equate to? $80 value here between the knife in 3 bags. So one lucky winner tonight is going to get this. And I'm going to do this twice, only once on this stream. And then as a thank you to the members of the channel, over the next few days, there'll be a chance for you to enter a drawing on the members only. If you want to be a member of the channel, it's as easy as, I think it's like $1.99 a month. It helps me get geared to do reviews, do these types of things, put out a ton of free content, helps support the channel, but you get to get in on some of these exclusive things. We have a really cool member community here. You get back, kind of behind the scenes things. You get previews of different things before they come out on the main channel, and a little bit more access to me too. So I'm going to do one of these here. And then if you join the members portion of the YouTube channel, you will also get another chance to win. What I'll do is I'll put a community post for the members that will go out, and then they'll have like 4 days here to enter. That way, anybody that watches this stream, either now or after the fact, that wants a chance to win, you have a handful of days here to get to become a member and then enter that as well. So we're going to go ahead and do this right now. We got 15 people entered. Let's go ahead and do the drawing. Here it is. Drum roll. Who's going to be the winner? Don Bugito's Card Corner. Don, you are the winner. Congratulations. Thanks for hopping in here. I got to find out more about you. You have a card corner. That sounds really exciting. So you are the winner of the 3 bags of Catch and Cook plus the knife. So congratulations. Shoot me a message, email, or on one of the social media platforms. Let me know who you are. Let me know what you won. Of course, this is all recorded, so I can always go back and find it out too. And then if you want another chance to win that same thing, 3 bags plus a knife, I've got another one of those I'm going to be giving away to the members only. So just want to say thank you to everybody that's here and is watching on the replay. I really appreciate each and every one of you. It is a massively cool thing that we get to do these shows every Friday night, 10 p.m. Central. The FGTN show where we talk about the new gear, the new tech, the new news. We've already got a plan for next week. We're going to talk about Striker's new gear next week on the channel, on the FGTN show. And then we're going to talk about some of the news that's been going on in the industry. There's already a few things that I want to talk about, some deals that will be going on. So make sure that you tune in next Friday night at 10 p.m. Central. Stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. There's going to be some other videos coming out this week. And if you ever need anything or you're interested in me putting out a video or interviewing anybody, always let me know. Reach out to me online on any of the social platforms or drop it in a comment in a video. Thank you so much. Until next time, take it easy.